fake Brit Awards. What a masterstroke by Sombr to get pushed off the stage 30 years after Jarvis Cocker did a real stage invasion by pulling a Mooney to Michael Jackson. We have the artificial and synthetic 2026 version, which goes very well with the times, I guess, happening here at the Brit Awards. So, it was a fake push off the stage on Sombr. It was pre-planned. They've already confirmed that minutes after it happened. I think a lot of fans around the world were very concerned for his well-being and very impressed with his professionalism, actually, how he carried on the music and singing after being thrust in the chest by the chap who ran onto the stage to confront him. So we know it's fake. It's synthetic. It's 2026 after all. It's not 1996 anymore, although it was great to see Noel Gallagher there from back in the day, back from 1996. You've seen my 1996 Brit Awards video. It was the best Brit Awards of all time. Was 2026 any good? Well, it opened well. It opened well with Harry Styles. I thought his performance was excellent. He is a shareholder, or he was a founding investor, certainly, in Co-op Live, which is where the venue is in Manchester. So he's the boss of the venue, so he gets to choose, I guess, that he opens the Brit Awards. But he did do a good job, so I think that was a pretty good and quite stunning opening, actually. The choreography of everything around him. And you know, the Mark Ronson tribute was pretty good. I found it a little bit, I don't know if you found it slightly odd that he was playing in his own tribute, and the lyrics to the songs and the raps and things like that. Ghostface Killer was on it, Dua Lipa was on it, singing adoringly about Mark Ronson whilst he is playing and DJing along to the music was a bit weird, and I'd be a little bit embarrassed to do something like that, but he's not, and he is a legend, so I guess he gets to write songs and produce and perform songs about how great he is to the rest of us. I'm not sure how you think that lands, but it was just a bit of a weird one. Jack Whitehall was called a knobhead by somebody. Again, this looked a bit fake. It looked like the security guard had put the guy right next to Jack deliberately. It looked like he whispered in his ear, call him a knobhead, and the guy duly did. And then Jack was able to reply with a joke. So a lot of people on X were calling Jack a knobhead anyway, previous to this incident. But a lot of people also pointed out that it looked very fake. So there we are. Noel Gallagher, Songwriter of the Year. I'm not sure what songs he's written this year. I don't think he has. It's probably more of a celebration of his 30-plus year musical career that he was awarded. So all in all, synthetic, artificial stuff, mixed with some real stuff, I guess. What do you think about it? What do you think about 2026? My video the other day was very popular when I was talking about the difference between 2026 and 1996. I'd be interested to know what you actually thought of it. I thought overall it was a pretty good show. It would have been great to have been in the audience there. I'm sure they all had a great time. The people who won were pretty predictable. There was no surprises there. You know, I can't help thinking about the performative nature of people at the Brit Awards this year. It's very earnest, and it's very, very produced. In terms of the acts are all absolutely polished, aren't they? There's no grit. It's a very middle class music scene, isn't it? The Brit Awards. The only working class people there, seemingly, for me, were Sean and Bez and Noel. You know, Bobby Gillespie comes across as a weird guy. I'm sorry, Primal Scream are great, but Bobby Gillespie comes across creepy to me. I don't know, it's the way he looks, the way he talks is really wooden. I've seen him talk, make eulogies a couple of times of different people. He did the one on Noel Gallagher. He's just got a very plodding way of waffling on, a little bit like me, frankly. But yeah, Bobby Gillespie, I've never really warmed to him ever since it emerged that his guitarist who died skint, and he was a loyal guitarist for Primal Scream. I'm not talking about Manny, rest in peace. Manny is a legend, and he was paid tribute to by Bobby Gillespie, actually, at his funeral, obviously. But yeah, I've never really warmed to Bobby Gillespie, frankly. Had a weird experience many years ago watching Primal Scream, where he jumped out of the stage tour bus at Manchester Apollo and he ignored all the fans who were waiting, including me, trying to get records signed and stuff like that. Manny did sign my record. I'll tell a story about that another day. But yeah, Gillespie waffling on. I didn't warm to that really. And what else can I say? Brit Awards 2026, been and gone already, forgotten about already. The winners will be forgotten about. Nobody will remember any of these artists in 3 years, 5 years, let alone 30 years. So I'm going to stick my Brit Awards 2026 CD on, see how that lands tonight. Thanks for watching.